Stop it now!
He was just beating her in the face. And they fought all the way over to the Christmas tree. And I remember there was blood actually dripping onto our presents.
Trish Chandler's memories of her childhood are violent ones. Her mother was married 4 times, always to men that abused her.
I pretended that nothing was wrong. I would go to school smiling, acting like nothing happened. We kept it all a secret.
Her mother made sure that Trish attended church, but Trish didn't really know much about God.
It was just you go to church to keep from going to hell. And you go to church because that's what good little girls do.
The message Trish's mom tried to convey was clear.
She said, girl, there's one person in this world that you can depend on, and that's you.
Trish experimented with sex with older men throughout high school. By the time she was 17 and went to college, she had developed a get-back-at-men mentality. She preyed on married men in particular.
I had grown up not having any power or control, and I wanted power over him. If I could have an affair with him and then call his wife and wreck and ruin his family and hurt his children, that gave me some sort of sick power or control. And then I'd just move on to the next one and do it again and again and again.
When she was 26, Trish had an affair with a married man who left his wife and married her. Trish dutifully settled down with her new husband, and they started going to church.
It was a very strict Pentecostal church. We weren't allowed to cut our hair. We couldn't wear pants, no makeup, no jewelry, no nothing. And it was like one extreme to another for me. And I did that for 16 years.
Then Trish's mother died from cancer. Trish blamed God.
I was like, well, God, I pay my tithe, I serve, I'm a good wife, and you take my mom away from me? And so I just shook my fist in God's face and I said, you or no one else will ever hurt me again.
Trish began to rebel against a straight-laced lifestyle. She had seen pornography in college and was once again drawn to it. But after a time, she wasn't content just to watch.
After he would go to bed, I would go in there and get on the computer and start talking to men in chat rooms. And so one of the men that I had been talking to, we started having an affair. I had gotten to the point where I was going to do something for me, and that's what I chose, to turn my back on God and start pleasing Trish. As time went on, I just got bored, and I just walked off and left the marriage after 18 years.
Trish became a successful real estate agent, but her addiction to pornography grew. She had affairs with married co-workers, clients, neighbors, and men she met online. Using them for sex and money was her top priority.
I was seeing some very powerful men, judges, lawyers, attorneys, and just thought I had the world by the tail in a downhill pull.
But the men and extravagant gifts didn't fill the void in Trish's life.
I did feel shame. I felt horrible shame at night. But then in the morning, when it was time to go back and meet my affair partner again, I pushed that aside and went on and did my thing.
Trish was at a NASCAR race when she met Dean. He was into pornography as well, and the two eventually moved in together.
We were what's called swingers, where you go to parties and have sex with everyone that's there.
After a while, their relationship went beyond the sex. Trish fell in love with Dean.
I became very jealous. I got to the point where I couldn't stand to see him have sex with another woman. I kept begging him to please stop, and when he didn't, I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I was just tired of living in hell.
Trish says she made the decision to turn away from her sin and run back to God.
I began reading my Bible and I began praying. I wanted a real relationship with the Lord, but I wasn't sure if God could forgive me. Because I had hurt so many people. And I know now that no matter what you do, that God will forgive you.
Eventually, Dean decided to leave the lifestyle. It was a struggle, but he too gave his life to God.
I just made the determination one day that that's it. I'm not going to give in to the devil anymore. I'm not going to give in to the temptation anymore. I'm not going to give in to that lifestyle anymore, and finally got victory.
Today, Trish and Dean are married and work together to help others overcome sex addictions through their ministry, Life After Lust. Trish is grateful for the new life she's found in Christ.
It gives me such joy to know that I'm forgiven, I've been set free, and I'm redeemed. In 1 Corinthians 6:18 it says, run from sexual sin. And that's what you absolutely have to do. You have to run as fast as you can run. You have to get to that point where you say, there's got to be something better that'll fill this void inside of me than this sexual addiction. And there's only one way, and that's Jesus.